Keeping a close eye on your forecast, taking a live view out at Orange Beach right now, you can really start to see more of that heavy rain falling closer towards the coast. The waves rough out there, and these storms only continuing closer towards our coastal portions. Now, taking a look at the wind out there, this is going to be sustained winds. Now, luckily, we're starting to see improving conditions closer towards Mobile and Baldwin counties, but take a look closer towards the Panhandle just further out east. Sustained winds around that 20 to 30 mile per hour range, but so far for the wind gusts getting high up there. Milton 53 miles per hour, Crestview 58 miles per hour, and that was only about 10 minutes ago that we got that report. So these gusty winds, they are still continuing, getting reports of multiple power lines down, trees down. That's going to include Conecuh County, Baldwin County, and even seeing reports of around 6,000 without power in Baldwin County at this time. We're going to continue to keep you updated right here on Fox 10. Luckily, we are starting to see some relief closer towards Mobile, and also Washington counties, Clark County are starting to look just a little bit better, and then also our Mississippi counties really starting to see some major improvements. Looking just a little bit further south, closer towards Foley Gulf Shores, you're starting to see some improvements, but still hearing all of that thunder and lightning. Daphne, Spanish Fort, Fairhope, really starting to see some of that clearing conditions. But take a look at Mobile, Dawes, Theodore, Graham Bay, Irvington. You are looking so much better at this time, but we're still starting to see a lot of that push further towards the south by Dauphin Island and then Pensacola. That heavy rain pushing out, still a lot of thunder and lightning out there, so just make sure you are being cautious. You're still going to have some of this light rain falling for just around the next 30 minutes, but then after that we will finally start to see some breaks. So that's going to be the good news once we get further on into the rest of this morning. Looking closer towards the Panhandle, Crestview, Fort Walton Beach, Milton, still some moderate rainfall. Luckily, we're really starting to see some improving conditions on the back end of this. However, this isn't like yesterday, how it was just stationary and constantly feeding itself. This is actually that feature that pushed that out of here, and we're really going to start to see this push further out towards the east. Once we make it into late morning, we'll see a lull in activity, we'll see dry conditions, we'll see some sunshine, and then we have a second round heading later on into this afternoon and this evening, and even another one heading into Saturday. Unfortunately, these strong storms are here to stay on the Gulf Coast. We're going to
joining us on air too, and Jen, thankfully you've got some good news, especially for us here in Mobile and Baldwin counties.
That's exactly right. Look behind me right now. What we're starting to see is some sunshine. That's going to be the good news. A beautiful look, something that we love to see so far for this morning across the Gulf Coast. But right now, this is going to be downtown Mobile conditions, already looking so much better. The sunshine will only continue to push further towards the east. So areas that are still battling some of that rain, just wait it out a little bit longer. But do keep in mind, there's a trade-off with getting more of this sunshine. It's going to be hot out there today, and it is going to be humid out there with the amount of rain that we've seen so far. Temperatures right now mid-70s, dew points upper 60s. The wind is calm, so it feels like temperatures right on the dot. I feel like it's been a while since I've said any of that recently. But as you do take a look at the wind gusts that we've seen so far for this morning, I have the National Weather Service chat up. We just continue to get more and more storm reports. In case you have seen anything, feel free to report it to us. That way we can put it off to the National Weather Service too. But we've gotten reports of power lines down, trees down, so just be cautious in case you are heading out, especially closer towards the Florida Panhandle. Take a look at that. Milton, 53 mile per hour wind gust. Crestview, 58 miles per hour. Destin, 62 mile per hour wind gust just about 30 minutes ago. Now, right now, radar really starting to see some improvements closer towards Washington, Clark, Mobile counties and our Mississippi counties, but heavy rainfall still impacting the Florida areas, plus also our inland spots, really Conecuh, Monroe, and Escambia counties in Alabama. The eastern shore, Bay Minette, looking a lot better at this time, and looking just a little bit further south. Pensacola, Foley, Gulf Shores, Orange Beach, Dauphin Island, you're still battling a lot of this. And then unfortunately, Crestview, Fort Walton Beach, the Destin area, you still have just a little bit longer to go. But luckily, you'll also start to see some improvements not too long from now. The alerts map, luckily, a lot of these are beginning to be shaved off, but still a flash flood warning really for southern Mobile, Baldwin counties, Mobile Bay, and southern Escambia County closer towards Pensacola. Be cautious in case you're heading out anytime soon. Be cautious of roadway flooding. Take it easy, take it slow. And if you're driving in any of those storms, make sure your headlights are on so you're visible to other drivers. We're going to work to keep you updated heading into today. We do have a second round today, plus also more heading into tomorrow. I'm going to break down all the details on my Futurecast coming up in just a little bit. Chelsea.